Hey everybody, welcome to the Realm of Dusk developer playthrough. I'm your host, Dustin Wing, and we're going to jump right into it and head over to the Starlight Drive-In, and make sure that Into Darkness is started in our quest. Now here, just to the west of the screen, in Starlight, we've got a pretty normal Fallout house, a couple of mutants outside, gotta pop them off. And now I'll show you a little extra that we threw in that most people have never caught. This is a reference to Fight Club, Paper Street Soap Company. The grave out back is supposed to be Robert Paulson, maybe a few others. Now, if you had a follower, when you go through this door, they're going to be locked out. Once we get inside, we've got 6 or 7 mutants here to pick off before the quest will let us advance to downstairs. There needed to be a lot more junk and debris in here. I came up with the idea for Realm of Dusk around March of 2016. I was both playing a lot of Fallout and binge watching the Twilight Zone at the time. The two just seemed to marry together nicely. With Fallout's setting of 50s and 60s Americana and the Twilight Zone being filmed in the 50s and 60s, they have a lot of similar themes. Twilight Zone hints at nuclear, post-apocalypse, and pre-apocalypse quite a lot. So when I heard that the creation kit to make mods for Fallout was coming out in April, I was already thinking that I wanted to do some kind of mod, and these two things just snowballed together and have made one heck of a fun experience. Though I wouldn't say it's been the most fun experience putting the mod together. The creation kit, it has a lot of things that are fundamentally broken, or things that are just really difficult to work around in terms of getting your mod together and out there. For instance, I'm playing this through on the Xbox, but through the Xbox companion app on the computer so I can record it. Because I can't even release versions for the PC anymore. For some reason, even though it's all the same coding, any new code that I write will not compile and package for the PC. But for some reason, the Xbox works just fine. So down here, we got a bunch of grisly stuff, like the ice bin full of blood packs. This poor bastard in the bathtub. Skull on top of a coffin covered in blood. Bunch of really necessary fusion cells. It's really easy to run out of ammo in the Realm of Dusk. I can't recommend stocking up on ammo before you come more. Cool chalk drawings. Now this is supposed to be a play on A Clockwork Orange. Orange projector here. This guy that was locked into something blew his brains out. Forced to watch whatever was being presented to him. And some of that's explained here. If you read the name Dr. Alex, it's supposed to be as if little Alex grew up and started doing weird experiments in the Fallout universe. As soon as we go through this door, it becomes inaccessible behind us. And this guy's here to send us on our way. Of all the ways that we thought of to bring the player to the realm, this one seemed the most distinctly Fallout. And coming up here is the most Twilight Zone way to start anything related with Twilight Zone.
Hello and welcome. You're probably very
This part was
confused.
voice acted by a fantastic Rod Serling impressionist named Steve Arnold. We found him on YouTube doing a couple impersonations of Rod, asked him to join, and he was happy to help.
This is not heaven.
I can't tell you how many people have messaged me or in their YouTube videos point out why is it called the Realm of Dusk, but this guy at the beginning is talking to me about Dawn. Well, we'll get to that in the video too.
Including the proverbial fountain of youth. I must warn you, however, there is
It's hard to imagine, but it took about 20 hours of work to get this scene with Rod to play out.
Your situation
That's custom suit art made to look like something Rod Serling would use in the intro to a Twilight Zone episode. The voice acting, putting it together, getting Rod's face to play nicely, getting the lines written, and getting the lip files generated. And getting him to smoke was one of the more difficult things.
There are secrets in this realm that are better left secrets, much like your previous plane of existence. Just be thankful that you were chosen to continue living, rather than suffering a horrible death. A new dawn is upon you. What may have looked like a dark ending is in fact a beautiful new beginning.
Yeah, he was supposed to have one more line there before disappearing, and that's fixed as of the unreleased update. Now check out all these movie posters, mostly made by a good friend of mine named Thomas Joshua Woodman. He did a lot of the artwork in here. The Project Zeta poster was by our lead artist, Nicholas Gagnon. What I just picked up there was a custom rifle designed by Josh. It's from the episode that this town was taken out of that I'll talk about in a minute, where it was just regular rifles that shot lasers. So he worked on the effect for that and created the rifle and did a really nice job. You get a weapon right off the bat. Now, as we look around the town, we notice all the battle damage, the troop transports, sandbags, the tank. It's to convey that there was a major battle here, specifically the Battle of Anchorage from the Fallout universe. And if you're wondering why there's a piece of Anchorage here in the Realm of Dusk, just wait a while, we'll explain it. And coming up here is a sight gag with a broken stopwatch and a cart full of money. And it's from this episode here, a kind of stopwatch, where this guy gets a stopwatch where he can freeze time, and he uses it to try to rob a bank, except he breaks the watch in the process and can't restart time. So we threw that one in here with the cart full of money. It even made a broken stopwatch. You can see the cracks on the face. And under it is the first of 20 collectible cards, each of which will give you a small bonus to one of your skills or attributes. And now on to the recruiting office. This is where we meet our first and, well, only companion that we can take from the realm that was actually created, Dai-Tai. One of the Chinese operatives that got caught up in the Chinese's own nuke. Though there's no actual insignia on her jacket, we never got that far. Now, there was supposed to be a bit here where we put a picture of the town into the pre-war player's house so that the female player would have seen this and would have some kind of idea, alright, well, there's something weird going on here. And if you're playing as the male character, they really think something's weird going on there because they took a picture of this part of Anchorage before it was destroyed during their tour of duty. So now we've addressed the enemy, let's address where this is from in the Twilight Zone. This is from the episode 2, which is the first episode of season 3, where two sides of a forgotten war find each other. At first, they're battling with each other, and then when the man finds a dress that the woman from the other side seems to like, he gives it to her, and she starts following him rather than trying to kill him. So I've seen more than a couple of people be like, wow, this is all you have to do, just go next door and get the dress, and then the quest is over? Well, yeah, because that's what happened in the episode. And this is where my audio capture starts messing up for a little while, so let me apologize. There were originally 3 companions planned. 2 of them are in Dai-Tai, and there's a dog that you're supposed to get later, but we can never actually get it to work as a companion. But he's in the realm. And a baseball player, a synth baseball player. the Casey's at Bat episode of Twilight Zone, but that never came to fruition either. Now, when we look around, these posters on the wall are right from the episode 2. She's in a recruiting office and looks around, and all of these posters are right from the episode. Here's an addition by our buddy Josh again, Nuke a Lime. And then we're going to take the road out of town and come up here by the Red Rocket mini station. Follow the road up the hill and across to the wreck of Flight 503. Anytime you see a number in this mod, consider it the episode number. Like here, Season 5, Episode 3 is the significant episode that this is built around. You can see that this is a custom skinned plane. Lead artist, Nick, did that Wilson Airlines skin. He came up with the idea of calling it Wilson Airlines. And here is my first piece of art that I ever put into the game, the pilot's hat. What we're going to find down here in the plane is the sight gag for Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, one of 2 episodes of Twilight Zone with William Shatner, and one of the most famous episodes that has been parodied over and over by The Simpsons and countless other things. And here's William from the episode now, where he thinks he sees this gremlin on the outside of the plane trying to destroy the plane, so he steals an air marshal's gun. And everybody thought he was crazy because he came out of a mental hospital anyway before this flight. But it turns out that he was right. There really was this thing trying to tear up the plane. Here's the artwork for Wilson Airlines. Rest comfortably at 20,000 feet. One YouTube commenter that played through the mod, I remember saying, "Why is there all this Salisbury steak and Nuka-Cola around?" Well, have you ever been on a plane? That's the kind of stuff they serve. Now, to expand on the gremlin. The idea is that the plane went down and the gremlin survived, but nobody else did. And he's in this cave where mole rats and roaches don't like each other very much. You can just wait and see who wins. You're gonna see quite a few intentional glitches in this cave. Because, you know, gremlins. Starting with this mannequin up here. Now that custom-designed Rod Serling suit, we wrapped around a dummy without changing it any, so it wraps funny. Up there you got these floating upside down colonial soldiers. Down here we did the same thing with the Serling suit with the female mannequin model. This one actually came out really fun and interesting. Also another copy of the pilot's hat. Now this is where I'm going to leave you guys on the first video, but I intend to make a bunch of these. So stand by, and I hope you enjoy listening to my thought process